Hello, Medaya Tribe. Welcome to another video session of Let's Talk Diabetes with Nkiruka. So today, I've got my kids and I here today. And as a parent living with diabetes, I think it's very important to ask your kids once in a while how they feel about your diagnosis and what concerns they might have and how much understanding they have of the diagnosis. And in line with this year's World Diabetes Day, which is held every 14th of November, it's talking about diabetes and well-being. And the heart of this team centers around well-being and not just blood sugar levels. So I think it's important that the well-being of my family should be put into consideration as well, because as it is, I live with a disease and everyone has made sacrifices and accommodated the changes that have been made in the family. So I think their well-being is also important in decision making. So today, the kids, I think they've got some questions for me as well. And I've got a couple of questions. It's quite a long list, but I would start off with question one. Who can tell me what they understand by diabetes? What do you understand by diabetes? Who wants to go first? Okay.
So I know there are different types of symptoms,
Okay.
and like what they can do to you, like even little things that you eat. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, so what I understand by diabetes is that it's like a disease that, like, there are different types of it, and each of them have like different things that cause it.
Okay.
So I type 1 diabetes. I think it's when, like, is it sugar?
No, when your pancreas stops working.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then type 2 is when, like,
your pancreas is still working but not working properly.
Yes, that's good. So that's good. So the wee boy is beating his sister, but you better take up on the next challenge. So question 2 now. So what type of diabetes do you think mom has?
Type 1
Type 1.
diabetes.
Okay. So that's the type of diabetes where there's no pancreatic function. So that's the reason why you see mommy has to take insulin injections all the time, because her body doesn't produce insulin. So I have to take the injections to help control my blood sugar levels, especially after I have eaten. Okay, so we've got that sorted. So how do you guys feel whenever I check my blood sugar levels and I take insulin injections? How do you guys feel?
So like I feel like sometimes like worried that like if it's too high or too low.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you sometimes feel sad for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes I actually feel calm because I know that you're checking it and you're responding to the correct amount of insulin, and that you can, like, make sure it's an okay blood sugar.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And I'm happy you guys are always here. I had a hypo this morning, and guess who brought Coke Original for me? So I had a hypo this morning, and when my son saw my blood sugar, he was like, "Mom, do you need a Coke?" And I was like, "Yes." He said, "Okay, don't worry, I'll go grab you a Coke." So my next question is, do you guys ever worry about my health?
Yeah.
Okay. So what worries you the most about my health? Is it difficult? What worries you the most?
Well, I worry about your health, but not like, well, because as I see now, that you're taking care of yourself even with
Mhm.
the disease. So I still worry about your health, but I feel calm because I know that you can take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so like I feel good about your health, yeah.
Mhm.
And then like it goes back to the past, like when you weren't really doing it well.
Mhm.
Like it's like kind of made you like you're doing it good,
Mhm.
but in the past you were not like doing that good because
Mhm.
you didn't really know it. But now you know it more. You're
Mhm.
like doing it better.
Okay, that's good. And I'm really, really impressed that you guys knew when I was getting things wrong. And it's so exciting to see the technological advancements and research that has moved forward from what we used to know as the best protocol for the treatment of type 1 diabetes. So much has changed. And like my son rightly said, that in comparison to the past, I'm doing a lot more better. So I never knew they were paying attention to little things like that, and I'm quite impressed that they're keeping an eye on myself. So this is really impressive. So is there anything that scares you guys about my living with the disease?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
Bad things could happen, and you don't know like how to solve them.
Okay.
It's like all scary and stuff. Like you don't know what to do about them, and then you regret that you were not treating it that good, and you should have made the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this feels like so scary.
Okay. So what do you think, Emanuela?
Well, for me, like I said in the past few questions, I don't like feel scared about anything because I know that you can take care of it. But like we also know that we're here to support you if you need help.
Good. That's good. As in, I'm really impressed. And my sweetheart is my videographer for today. he's smiling in the background. They're all here to take care of me, and I'm really impressed that I've got good family support. And this is something I've always enjoyed, right from my diagnosis. My parents, my siblings were always there for me. So family support is something that gives you that state of assurance. You're always sure that there's always someone there to support you. So support is something that is very important in your diabetes journey. It really helps a lot to know that there's someone there who has always got your back, even when you can't do the things that you're meant to be doing. So we'll move on to the next question. So do you guys notice any difference in what we eat in comparison to what your friends eat? Maybe when you go visiting and you see what they eat in their house and then what we eat here. So what do you guys think?
Yeah. So like when I usually go over to my friend's house,
Uh-huh.
like they like they mostly eat like unhealthy stuff,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes they eat healthy stuff.
Okay.
So and like here we mostly eat healthy stuff. Before I didn't like vegetable sauce, but now it's like very good for me. There's a lot of stuff that I really like that are healthy.
Okay.
But sometimes it's good to just take a little sweet treat sometimes.
Yes, I do allow you guys to treat sometimes. Okay, so what do you think, Emanuela?
So yeah, it's very different. So like when I go to my friend's house, they usually have like unhealthy stuff, but they aren't as unhealthy as some other stuff. They're like a mixture, but like more of the
Unhealthy
stuff.
stuff. So you guys don't feel like mom is being mean in any way by saying, okay, you have to eat vegetables.
No, I love vegetables.
And then you have to eat your portion. And then when I say no chocolates, no sweets, do you guys feel bad?
No, I don't feel bad at all because it has really helped us and we're all living a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
Good, that's good, because sometimes I feel bad that, okay, I'm not letting you guys maybe have your sweets and chocolate, but it's all for your good, because to be honest, I feel that diabetes has given me a second chance at life and my family to live healthy. Do you understand? Because people living without the disease, they feel, oh, I have the opportunity to eat whatever I want to eat. But what you're eating, is it healthy? Are you combining your meals correctly? Are you eating the right portion? So these are things that I feel that diabetes has exposed me to. So now I know better to eat healthy, eat the right portion of my meals, and exercise and do my time restricted eating, which has done tremendously well for me. So it's good that you guys don't feel bad that I don't let you have sweet treats all the time, and you guys understand the reason why I'm doing that. So, are there things you would like to know about diabetes? Anything more you would like to know about the disease?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, how different types of diabetes are caused? Like, if you have type 1, like your pancreas stops working,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have type 2, your pancreas is still working but not as good. Like, how the other ones affect you like different ways, and if they can just do it all in the same way.
Okay. I would start off by explaining the three major types of diabetes. I know in my previous videos I talked about the 9 types of diabetes. So for today, I'll just explain the three major types. So we have the type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. So, like you have all rightly said, type 1 is when you have no pancreatic function. In your terms, the pancreas stops working. And when the pancreas stops working, you have to take insulin injections to help, because insulin is a very important hormone that controls so many things in the body. And then for type 2, you still have little insulin production. The only difference is that the insulin that is being produced is not used effectively by the body. You understand? And then for gestational diabetes, this occurs mostly in women who are pregnant. And after they've had the baby, the diabetes disappears. But if they don't modify their lifestyle and go back to eating healthy and exercising, they end up developing type 2 diabetes. So these are like the major types of diabetes. So the type mommy has is type 1, and she has to constantly inject herself for the rest of her life until science comes up with a cure. But mom is doing her best and she's getting on top of everything. So, do you think mom is a superhero? You would think mom is a superhero?
With a cape, yes.
With a cape, okay.
Yeah,
So I am the Diamazon, right? Okay,
I would
guys.
think of a different name, like diabetes diva, YouTube person
Okay.
who does all the stuff that you can think superhero.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, guys, it was interesting having this discussion with the kids and hearing their own perspective and their concerns. And I'm quite happy that the kids they have a good understanding of what diabetes is. And this is something that moms or dads living with the disease should always have time and discuss with their family. So it was very nice having the both of you today. Thank you for making my day. So do you have any questions you want to ask before we end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so when you have a cure for diabetes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would there be what is your side effects and other stuff?
Okay, so before any cure is brought for the human consumption, we have what we call lab rats. So they're like tiny mice that they try all that on. So those are like research that is being done. And if it works on the animals, then we know that it will work for the human.
Yeah, and also got a thing. Well, I was like going on YouTube, then I found like scientists are going to get a cure for cancer, and like I know one of them.
What was that?
I'm not sure because they might be right, but if they're not, like, is it like nuclear energy?
Nuclear energy. Okay, I haven't come across that, but I'll look that up. Okay, that's good. So, do you have a question for me?
Yeah. So, what are the different types of insulin and how can you differentiate them?
Okay, so they're like the mixed insulin, and you have the basal bolus, which is the type I use, and then you have the long acting and then the short acting. So depending on your diabetes type and how your doctor wants to set your treatment protocol and the individual, so it all depends on individual. But the most important thing is that for persons living with type 1 diabetes, it is best that they use the basal bolus or the insulin pump. So with this, it mimics the way the normal pancreas will secrete insulin when you're not eating and when you eat. So this is how the researchers have made the insulin. Okay, so there are different types. The mixed insulin, I used to use it like 2 decades ago. It never gave me very good blood sugar control. But ever since I started on the human insulin, the basal bolus insulin therapy, it's been amazing. So it just mimics the way the body produces insulin. The only inconvenience is that I have to inject multiple times in a day, but I don't mind doing that as long as it keeps my blood sugars in target range. Okay.
Yeah, I got another question.
Okay.
So, how does exercise affect blood sugar levels?
Okay, so the way exercise affects blood sugar levels, when you've got pancreatic function and insulin is produced, insulin is like a key that unlocks your cells to take up glucose from your bloodstream into your muscles, and it's now converted to energy. So when you exercise and you have insulin in your system, it unlocks your cells. So that excess blood glucose that you have in your blood, the cells now take it in and use it as a form of energy. Do you understand? So that glucose is what your body is now using to do the exercise. So when you exercise, you're reducing the glucose level in your bloodstream and using that glucose as an energy source to enable you to do your exercise. So that's why exercise is very good. If you don't exercise, you have a pool of glucose in your bloodstream because your muscles are not using it as a form of energy. So that's why exercise is an important cardinal rule in the management of diabetes. Yes.
I got a question.
Okay.
So when you have diabetes before you have a baby, can the baby have diabetes when it's born?
No, the babies will not, most times, would not have diabetes when they are born. Okay. In very rare situations, that might happen. There are some babies that are born with diabetes, okay? But it doesn't always happen. It's a rare occurrence, okay? But it puts the baby at a risk, a higher risk of developing diabetes later in life. So that is why with you guys, that's why I'm doing all the healthy stuff. So this is like a preventive measure I'm taking on board, because diabetes Type 2 can be prevented, okay? But type 1 cannot be prevented, okay? Yeah. Okay. So you guys good?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it was nice doing this video with my kids and getting a better understanding of what they know about diabetes and their concerns, and I was happy that I was able to answer their questions. And a big shout out to my husband who did the video for us today. Guys, it was nice having this discussion. So remember, you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos of Let's Talk Diabetes with Nkiruka. Bye.
Bye.